Mining in India equals selling the family gold. Treating mineral sale proceeds as revenue or income hides the real transaction, the sale of inherited wealth. Now, the principle of the economy must be sustainable. We cannot compromise the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Is beyond question. Climate change and high levels of consumption already threaten to rob future generations of a planet that is livable. The principle of intergenerational equity would make it imperative for us to ensure future generations inherit at least as much as we did. If we are successful in abiding by intergenerational equity, our children will be at least as well off as we are. If we leave bequest as well, they will be better off than us. To consume what we have inherited without a thought for generations to come will leave the whole world poorer, like an addict selling the family gold. How it is unsustainable. India's National Mineral Policy 2019 states natural resources, including minerals, are a shared inheritance where the state is the trustee on behalf of the people to ensure that future generations receive the benefit of inheritance. The primary objective of a trustee manager is to maintain the corpus of the trust, the shared inheritances of natural resources, the extraction of oil, gas, minerals is effectively the sale of this inheritance, with royalties and other proceeds being the consideration paid in exchange for the mineral wealth extracted. Unfortunately, governments everywhere treat the mineral sale proceeds as revenue or income, a crucial error which hides the real transaction, a sale of inherited wealth. This results in governments selling minerals at prices significantly lower than what they are worth, driven by lobbying, political donations, and corruption. For example, it is estimated from the annual reports of Vedanta that over 8 years, the state of Goa lost more than 95% of the value of its mineral after extraction cost and a reasonable profit for the extractor. Any loss is effectively a hidden per head tax which makes a few extractors and their cronies super rich. Inequality grows sharply. This is the economics of loot. Worse still, the trifles received by the government are treated as revenue and happily spent, leaving neither the minerals nor their value for future generations to inherit. This is just not sustainable. Losses, error in accounting. There is growing empirical evidence of large losses in mining from around the world. There is also growing evidence from the International Monetary Fund that many governments of resource rich nations, including the United Kingdom and Norway, face declining public sector net worth. Their governments becoming poorer both indicate unsustainable mining. Losses in mineral value drive many of the other problems with mining. In effect, the people and future generations of Goa have sold mineral wealth worth rupees 100 for rupees 5, a loss of rupees 95. Naturally, the extractor are keen to extract as quickly as possible and move on. Now, trees, tigers, and tribals are labeled as anti-development or anti-national. If rupees 5 is received for allowing mining, doubling mining would result in rupees 10. Politicians and voters perceive more mining equals more government revenue equals good. Further, since extraction is not recognized as the sale of inherited wealth, the true loss of rupees 95 is hidden. More mining would more mining would make a bad situation significantly worse. It is important to understand that as long as the Government Accounting Standards Advisory Board does not correct this error in the standards for public sector accounting and reporting for mineral wealth, politicians and voters will advocate increasing extraction. This will lead to every bit of mineral being extracted if there are no moral or legal safeguards against such wanton loot. It is essential that as a nation we change our paradigm to understand minerals as a shared inheritance, not a source of windfall revenue. Now, come to next point, how to manage it. Since minerals are a shared inheritance held in trust for the people and future generation, our foremost duty is to maintain the value of our children's inheritance by avoiding theft, loss, waste, or consumption. Leaving the minerals undisturbed fulfills our duty. Therefore, if we extract and sell our mineral wealth, an explicit objective must be to achieve zero loss in value. The state, as trustee, must capture the full economic rent, sale price minus cost of extraction, cost including reasonable profit for extractor. Any loss is a loss to all of us and our generations and makes some rich. That is patently unfair. India's National Mineral Policy 2019 says state government will endeavor to ensure that the full value of the extracted minerals is received by the state. Like Norway, the entire mineral sale proceeds must be saved in a future generations fund. The future generations fund could be passively invested through the National Pension Scheme framework. Setting a global judicial precedent in 2014, the Supreme Court ordered the creation of a Goa Iron Ore Permanent Fund, which already has a corpus around rupees 500 crore. Goa Foundation versus Union of India and others. Writ petition 435 of 2012. So this judgment was decided on April 21, 2014. Now coming to the real income of a fund of this nature may be distributed only as a citizen dividend equally to all as owners. Future generations would benefit from the dividend in their turn. Now coming to next point on fair mining. For the Indian economy, this is sustainable capital has been maintained. The savings rate would rise, making available more long-term domestic capital. It diversifies risk while likely improving returns. It is nearly impossible to outperform the market rate of return. The dividend is an effect of a universal basic income. Lower inequality leads to higher economic performance, and as budget no longer have easy mining money, public investment and tax administration will become more effective and efficient. This is a six-fold economic boost. These principles of fair mining are fully constitutional, promoting justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. They are moral, ethical, fair, right and sustainable. The reduction in losses would limit corruption, crony capitalism, and growing inequality. They fulfill our duties to our future generations. Let us be the generations that changes the course of history for the better, not the one that consume the planet. Thank you.